me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. Let's go.
Hello, folks. Richard Moore, USAGSA.
I'm about to go.
I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. And I've got a story for you today. Got Scotty Lockhart with me. He's in the hospital. He can tell you why. From Lamar County, Alabama. That's just over the state line from the Columbus area over that way, going east. But before I get into this, Scotty's story, or the sheriff of Lamar County couldn't get him to pull over, and subsequently ran over and tried to kill him for not pulling over. And that's why Scotty's in the hospital. That's why we're on here. We're going to let him tell the story. In the description of this video is our link tree. And that link tree gives you the different links to our various other platforms that we're on, including our blogs. And I do write extensively on WordPress and Substack. I've written extensively about these programs and criminals with badges and victims of these programs. And I go into detail, explain the who, what, when, where, and how, and the things that we can do to expose this from coast to coast. And that's what we're doing tonight. So we're 100% supported by our listeners, viewers, and followers. In that link tree in the description of the video, there are different ways that you can support USAGSA. Also encourage you to become a Patreon at Patreon. And that's where you get everything, the new articles, videos, and information. You get it there at firsthand, and you got a constant, direct communications with myself. And so that's one of the ways that you can take a stand with USAGSA by keeping this organization viable and to continue the work that we're doing. You take a stand with us by becoming a Patreon. That link's in there. Okay, Scotty. So I talked to you earlier and got kind of an idea of what happened. And so let's go through it again. Now, how long have you been in the hospital?
Since last Friday.
Last Friday, okay. And you're in the Med or Region 1 in Memphis, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
And for those that don't know, that Memphis has one of the best trauma units in the country. And thank goodness that Scotty is able to even be able to talk. So obviously it didn't look, the other hospitals couldn't handle it, and they got him up. Did they airlift you to Memphis, or did they take you by ambulance? Huh?
They airlifted me.
They airlifted. So it didn't
They
look
airlifted me.
Obviously God wasn't ready for you. Now tell us what happened, Scotty. You were driving and in a vehicle and with no tag. Now, mind you,
Right.
folks, Scotty's on parole or probation, and which that has nothing to do with why we're here or what we're talking about. And it doesn't justify, by any stretch of the imagination, being treated as a second-class citizen. So you're driving with no tag. Tell us what happened.
The sheriff got behind me. Well, I was at a stop sign, and I made a left turn and went down the street.
Now, this is a sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, not a deputy. The sheriff. All right, he got behind you. Does he know who you are? He knew who you was, right?
I figure he did. I don't know. I figured they know what kind of car I was driving.
Yeah, okay.
And I pulled into this house. He didn't blue light me until I pulled into the house. And I pulled into this house, and he pulled up behind me and turned his blue lights on. And I just pulled off, but I figured MDLC had a hold on me. So
you wasn't ready to go to prison for what? Nothing? I mean, right. you didn't have any guns or no. Hostages or you wasn't high. None of that stuff was in place.
I just hadn't reported.
Huh?
I just hadn't reported is the only thing.
You hadn't reported, and you didn't want to go to jail that day, and I think we'd all understand that. So
Yeah,
you're going to go to jail. And now, folks, in the dirty South, that's different. Now, we understand you won't go to jail. And this is not about, well, we should have done this, we should have done that. Till you're in that situation. You're in the dirty South. There's the law and there's the law. It's how things are supposed to be and how the way they're going to do it. So you pulled off when they blue lighted you.
Yeah, and then we went back through some back roads, dirt roads, and then they pulled the spikes on me. Another chief police.
How fast were you going when you going through these roads?
I don't know, probably 60, 70 mile an hour, maybe.
How long this last?
Probably 45 minutes to an hour.
All right, that's right. And you mean 45 minutes out, stayed in Lamar County this whole time?
I stayed in Lamar County the whole time, yes, sir.
Oh Lord! So he's mad at this point, obviously. And by God, we gonna stop him, man. Put the spikes out, and the spikes didn't get it.
Spikes, I missed the spikes, and I come back out on Highway 17 between Vernon and Millport there, and made a right back toward Millport. And the sheriff came around me and slammed his brakes on in front of me and got me stopped. I stopped. And when I got out of the car, I stepped over into the other lane. And Kevin Nice flew up and hit me.
The sheriff?
The deputy. One of his deputies.
Okay. Yeah. And so
the sheriff didn't have me stop, but the pit maneuver in the front, he got in front of me and stopped me.
Right.
And I stepped out of the car and over into the other lane, and then the deputy flew up and hit me.
Oh. And do you remember anything past that? Did it knock you out?
No, it didn't knock me out, but it had me pretty silly there for a while.
Yeah. God almighty. So, the deputy sheriff hit you, run over you, and they called an ambulance, right?
Right.
And then what happened?
They took me to Columbus, and then they airlifted me to Memphis. I haven't talked to the Lamar County deputy or nobody since.
Have they filed charges against you for?
I don't know why. I haven't talked to anybody or seen anybody.
Now?
I know Mississippi.
DOC, Mississippi Department of Corrections is one that's you're on probation, but you're in Alabama on an interstate compact.
Right.
Now MDOC was there at the hospital and said they were going to stay with because they had a hold on you because you hadn't reported, and they were aware of the police running over you, right?
Right.
And so what did MDOC say?
They lifted the hold and the officer left.
What did the MDOC guy say? How did he say it? What did he say?
He just said, all right, Mr. Lockhart, you're free to go. We'll see you later.
Yeah, well, I mean, but he was free to go. You was in a hospital bed. So
yeah.
So apparently, somebody said get off the gas with you, because if they were going to charge you or anything like that, then they'd still been there.
Yeah,
they wouldn't let you go. And so I doubt the sheriff and them are going to file charges. I mean, now when this chase is going on, how many police cars or sheriff cars was involved? Do you know?
The only one I remember seeing was the sheriff chasing me, and then the chief out of Millport, the city police, is one that had the spikes over on the back road.
Yeah.
And then once they I didn't see nobody else until I got hit.
Yeah.
I was the sheriff would come around me and got me stopped. And when I stepped out, then that's when Kevin Ives hit me. And I remember another officer, David there, Greg Graham, he was there. He was one holding me, kept wanting me to keep talking. Thought I was going to die, I reckon.
Yeah.
He wanted me to keep talking. He was holding my head.
Oh, Lord.
And,
I don't know what they can do with that. They normally want you to stop talking, but I guess if you keep talking. So, who knew? Now, of course, you got a lawyer now, right? You've already had a lawyer contact you, and they're going to represent you, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, it sounds to me like you're going to be able to get a new vehicle and with no tag. All right.
Yeah.
But so what about the body cam footage? I'm sure they had dash cams, body cams, and all that.
They didn't have no dash cam on.
I imagine that. Those dang cameras, just couldn't remember to turn them on. It wasn't that convenient.
Yeah.
That's the same deal with when they gunned Austin Hines down. I don't know if you remember that over in Lamar County.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was 100 officers. They had the city and the county. They may have had the National Guard. He was 19-year-old and weighed almost 100 pounds and had attitude. He didn't have a gun or nothing else. And they unloaded, filled him up with lead and finished him off with a shotgun blast to the head. None of them criminals with badges ever been held accountable. Their story is, and the courts have gone along with it, that the officer killed him in self-defense. He was trying to run over somebody or something. It was a damn lie. And so goes the rest of the deal in the dirty South. And so, folks, when you say, well, this deputy, the cars are stopped. And for that deputy to be speeding, just keep on going and stop cars and aiming it right at you, that wasn't no accident. By God, we go stop him and he run over you. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Does that seem like what happened to you?
Well, it seemed like it happened to me.
Yeah. So what all did they do? What was the hospital? You got something broke or what?
Yeah, they put a rod in my femur, broke my femur bone. My knees messed up, my arms broke, and my pelvis is messed up.
Oh man.
A lot of road rash.
Have you they got you up to walk you today? Were you able to walk?
I took about 3 light steps. That's about all I could do.
Yeah. Well, so they give you painkillers, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think they still do that in Mississippi. I mean, in Tennessee. Mississippi, they'll give you a couple of Motrins at best. Yeah. That's all you get. And and I'm telling you, and that is only going to be every 4 to 6 hours because that's the deal. But this is kind of a screwed up deal. If you want drugs that'll work, you have to buy them on street corner. And they and law enforcement control the street corner drug market. And so Pfizer and them are getting cut out of the loop.
Yeah.
So I remember when, as soon as this happened, Scotty, a mutual acquaintance of ours, a friend of ours, contacted me, and she told me what happened, and didn't know whether or not she was going to make it. I mean, the first news, it wasn't good. The prognosis wasn't good. So then she followed up and said that it's going to be okay. And I said, well, I want to talk to him. And so here we are. We are. Other than this deal here, I mean, you're driving for 45 minutes. That's a long chase. And they couldn't get you stopped when you hit the strip. So the sheriff finally got you on a pit maneuver.
Yeah, he paid me. You come around me, you got in front of me, slamming your brakes on. And held your brakes on it. And then I got out of the car. And when I stepped over into the other lane, we were on a 2-lane road there, and I stepped over the other lane. The other deputy come up and hit me. Yeah.
Was you fixing to run, or what was you going to do?
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, and they was thinking about it too.
Yeah.
So that's why they done that. That wasn't no accident.
I got a history of running, and they know that already.
Do what?
I have a history of running, and they already know that.
So you got rabbit in you anyway.
Yeah. They know that. So.
Yeah.
So they know what time it was.
Oh yeah. And now you know what time it is.
Yeah.
In Lamar County, Alabama, ladies and gentlemen, in the dirty South, run if you want to. They'll shoot you, run over you, whatever the hell they got to do, because you got to have a tag on your vehicle, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And the law, their laws allow them to take whatever measures they got to take to stop somebody for not having a tag on their car. And if you want to get killed, don't pull over. Now, people say, well, you should have pulled over. Well, you ain't. Let me tell you, for those that have not been on the bad end of the stick, with corrupt law enforcement and law enforcement in dirty South, then you really don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, there's plenty of people, when they get behind you and blue light you, and I'm one of them, I already know what the deal is. And it's going to be everything they can pull out of their hat if they want to pull it out of their hat, including running a dog up there. And you know, and these dogs in Mississippi will actually alert before they ever get to your car. They'll alert while they're still in the cop car. The dog already alerted. And I said, well, hell, you ain't got him out of the car yet. And, well, we know what we're doing. I said, I see that. So there's no limit to the absurdities that these clowns will drum up and tell you that and give their reasons of why they either shot somebody or just run over them. Have you ever managed to get away from them before, or
Oh yes, several times.
have they ever shot at you?
No, they ain't never shot at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got, but hey, look, you ain't getting away this time. That's exactly what they're thinking.
Yeah, they started that.
Yeah, they saw that. They don't like it at all. I'm telling you, folks. And you thought Dukes of Hazzard was just TV. It's still alive and well in the South. Well, so you got an attorney out of Birmingham, and what'd he tell you?
Well, he ain't been telling me nothing yet. I signed the papers and faxed the papers back. But
okay, did he somebody contact him for you, or they contact you?
Yes, they contacted him, and then
I wonder how they got wind of it.
Somebody told him that he was specialized in police brutality.
That's right.
And they contacted him, and he jumped on top of it.
He jumped. I guess he did. Now, I'm sure that the local news down there in WCBI, they've been all over covering this, right?
And I heard that some individuals is one that contacted WCBI. The sheriff's department didn't even contact them. What I heard now.
Yeah. Did they say anything on the news about it?
Well, they put it on the news after somebody else contacted them. The sheriff's department didn't even contact them. What I heard.
What did they say?
The individual, sir.
What did WCBI say?
They just said that they said I jumped out on the passenger side of the car, something other, but I didn't. I jumped out, I got out on the driver's side.
So they framed it up as you were. It was your fault.
I imagine so.
Oh yeah, of course it was. It can't be the sheriff's and the deputy sheriff's fault. I mean, they're law. They don't make mistakes. They have before. Yeah. That was long time ago.
I just had a history, I ain't no violent person, I just had a history of running, and I guess they got tired of it. And
yeah.
That's what no violence,
Yeah. It's still made my connections. Well, let me ask you this. If the occasion arises again, hope it never does.
Good off.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, I'm here. I can see me and hear me, and I can hear you. You can't hear me? Let's see. I can't tell if he's can you hear me? It looks like we may have lost him, folks. Now, it's usually my connection, but it's his connection this time. Well, folks, I guess that's it. So, what happened to Scotty's connection?